JoySparklebS. I'm sorry if it looks like a little bit of a mess behind me. I don't think you can see it, but I have a little person like who is sleeping behind me. I'm literally sitting on the edge of the couch because she's my shadow, so she likes to constantly be touching me. So when I move over here to do my videos, she gets behind me and I don't mind. And she is on this really soft blanket. Look how soft this is. This is something roommate got me. I think it was for my birthday, I think. And I was like, okay, for Christmas, I want like 10 of these just all over the house. Because me and all the little people here, little dogs, we love really soft, like velvet plush feeling stuff. That's why like all my sweatshirts, people are like, they're so comfy. And it's got that like really soft, I don't know what material you'd call it. It's soft. We're going with that, but oh my, I don't want to stuff on my face or not. Hold on, let me check. I think I'm good. Okay, this is just after me doing a video going, I hate when people look at the side camera, like women doing this. All the time. God love Trisha Paytas, it drives me nuts. Anyways, where am I going with this? By the way, before people bitch, I just think women are beautiful. It's like, you're fucking beautiful. You have to look in the side camera. It's okay. You're pretty. You just do what you gotta do. Okay, I'm trying to sit. There's a lady behind me. You can't see it. Here, if I bend, you can see her. Hi. Okay, this is a really weird intro to this video. Oh God, oh, she's moving. She's on the move. She's on the move. I'm sorry. She doesn't like the light, I think. So she wants to hide behind me. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway. I'm taking in the feedback, guys. I'm taking it in. This is another one of those introspective videos. People seem to like it, and I mean, I go through these periods, you know, where I try to deeply reflect on actions and how to improve myself. I didn't think people would enjoy these, to be honest. So like, but hey, if people are, then I'll share my fucking thoughts, right? If it helps and y'all are enjoying it. So I'm getting some feedback, not just in the comments, because y'all know I'm in the comments. Y'all see me in the comments. I'm getting feedback even from friends. And a lot of people are telling me, as much as they understand where I'm coming from, and they like my videos and appreciate them, that I'm going too hard at people. And I've been hearing this for like the last couple weeks, and I've just been processing it. And it's hard because I don't think some of you, I don't think some of you guys are wrong, but I also don't think I'm wrong. Does that make sense? Like, I'll go ahead and do this. I was really hesitant to. I'm gonna shout somebody out. There's a woman named Jan's Reviews. Go check her out. She doesn't know much about me, but she knows about, like, she talks a lot about Peter Mon, and she looked at my videos, and she's really cute, by the way. She's really funny. She's this lady from England, and she's just really like, she's really what would be the word, like, she's quirky and kind of a little bit eccentric and really outgoing, and just, she's adorable. I really like her, so I've been watching her stuff. So hey Jan, hey, if you see this, but go check her out. I get scared to shout people out because I'm like, who am I gonna shout out that they're gonna get a bump in success that are gonna, you know, fuck with me later? But fuck it, we'll see what happens. We'll take a gamble. And Jan had said something really interesting about it all. And she's like, I don't know her, and people keep writing up to me about how awful this woman is. She's like, but really, when I watch these videos, she sounds like somebody who's really hurt and angry and expressing it, and she has every right to, and she's always got receipts. And she nailed it. It's like exactly what I feel is going on, and that's what's been going on in me. I'm angry. And it's not, I want to explain, it's not that I walk around like pissed off all the time, but like I said, when I came back to YouTube, I've got 0 fucks to give. I've been very open about that. And on top of having 0 fucks to give, I have a lot to say. And the problem that I think I'm facing is I've had so much to say over the last 2 years that's built and built and built. And so what I think you guys are seeing is a volcanic explosion of overboard. And for me, it's just like, no, I got a lot of time to make up for. Do you know what I'm saying? So, sorry, I keep thinking there's a person back here. So like, I'm like, you can't see it, but I'm trying to scoot like closer to the edge, but then I'm almost falling off the couch. So yeah, I am angry and I am hurt. And it's cool though, because it's not like I run around feeling this all the time. There's like, I feel empowered lately. You know, empowered in the sense of like, I'm taking my life back. I'm taking back the narrative that people put out about me. You know, Martin Lewis, and tell me in the comments if you want to see it. When I was scrolling through stuff on Younow the other day trying to find stuff, I found a video he and I did together where we were talking about what people call the poo baby joke. And Martin was really kind and respectful, which he always is, and he had really good advice. His advice was like, you know, because this was before I told my story and I was getting all the harassment and stuff, and Martin had known a lot. He knew a little bit more about what was going on than other people because we talked a little bit and he had some stalker issues and stuff. And so his advice was like, you've got to stand up to these people. Like, you know, you've really got, when people are slandering you, and so we talked about Phil the Wizard, he's like, you've got to stand up for yourself. He's like, because it's just going to get worse. And his advice was spot on. You know, it really, really was. And I looked at that, you know, looking back over a year ago at that and where I'm at now, and it's a very different place. I've talked a little bit about this, so I'll talk a little more. I was in a relationship, and we've all done this. It was, I call it a Facebook relationship or a social media relationship where everything looked great to the public and we were a mess together. But sometimes that mess reflected on social media. And what I learned from that was to be very private. You know, I've said this before, but when social media first came out, none of us really knew what we were doing or how to use it. And so we just put everything out, right? A lot of people did that. And we didn't have any sense of privacy, you know? I was one of those people back in the day, just word vomit everything. And it was from that relationship and really a lot of public humiliation that I did to myself. Stuff like, you know, it was a very tumultuous relationship. We would break up like once a month. And it was, we're broken up okay, we've broken up. Oh, yay, we're back together. It was that kind of thing, you know? And it was very embarrassing when I look back on it now, and even then. And what it taught me was not, how do I put this? To be very private. To be very private, and you guys wouldn't guess from my YouTube, but like I said, for many years I was incredibly private. In fact, roommate and I argued over this because he thought I was like ashamed, when we were together before, he thought I was ashamed of him because I didn't want to make it Facebook official or put up photos, and I had to explain to him, I'm like, no, this is why I don't do that. And over time he eventually got it, but you know, it created some discourse because he didn't understand for a while. But once he learned me and my exes in my life, he was like, oh, you've been through shit. I get it now. But it was very much drilled into my head, which is not a bad thing, to be very private about the people around you. And I kind of took a stand in myself where I said, if there's somebody that I know, like I will never speak ill of the people in my life publicly. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not. I mean, I might tell you guys stories, I'll never name names, you'll never know who it is. If you guess, I won't even tell you if you're right or wrong. And thanks to Phil the Withered, Phil the Wizard, there's a lot out there about my life and my exes. Majority of it isn't true, but names and stuff, and it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting what he did. But where was I going with this? Sorry, I know I've told the story before, but there's a point to it. A little foggy tonight, so bear with me. So I decided I would never speak ill about the people in my life. And I also have this mindset. My mindset is, even if you've left my life, I believe people left a gift for me. Like in terms of like, even if something ended horribly, that person taught me something. There was a benefit there. We shared something. And because of what I went through with the Facebook relationship, I very much stuck to that. And it's been really hard watching the Shane Dawson series. I had a couple friends I was talking to about this, and they actually felt the same way because it's making us self-reflect. Sorry if I look funny. I don't know if you can tell my leg is shaking, so I'm getting nervous. It's making everybody like self-reflect, which is a good thing. That's a very good thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, I fully admit, and I've been thinking about it, like, I'm not balanced in what I'm doing yet. So I've talked about this before, and by the way, I'm not trying to preach or teach y'all. I'm sorry if I come across that way. it's that new age mindset, which I'll talk about at some point. I really don't mean to come across that way, but, and I keep getting foggy, so I keep losing my train of thought. Sorry, just bear with me. So like, I always talk about the idea of a pendulum swinging, right? You have a pendulum swinging. And I went from sharing everything on Facebook, social media, to nothing, to now having to stand up for myself. Does that make sense? And standing up for myself, I vindicated myself on Andy Worski's show as well as the Kumite. We debunked everything. It's funny, Repsion still is talking shit. We will talk about it one day. Funny enough, Repsion sides with Jewid. I'm not even kidding you. I am not even kidding you. We'll get into that one day. But it was very empowering to stand up for myself the way I did and to take back my life. And this is gonna sound crazy. I've been to therapy for this. A lot of it deals with, I don't want people to hurt even if they're hurting me. I know that sounds crazy, but the way I grew up, I was taught to protect those that hurt me. The way my family dynamic worked, and I'm sure you guys, a lot of you watching, have had similar experiences in your family, was that my grandmother pretty much was the parent, my mom had custody, and my dad wasn't in the picture much. And my mom would do horrible, horrible, awful things, incredibly verbally abusive every single day. Some physical, but mostly mental, emotional, verbal. Like, it's hard to talk about. We'd be woken up every morning for about an hour with her making blood-curdling screams. And if you don't believe me, go ask Amanda Smith. Hey, Amanda! Amanda, if you're watching, we still got a lot to talk about on here, because you sure had a lot to talk about me that was lies. Amanda Smith has heard it. Other people in my life have heard it, you know, who stayed over or whatever. It's not a joke. It is, I would never be able to emulate it because it's like it sounds like Satan. I'm not saying she's Satan, I'm saying this blood-curdling scream. It could go on for 30 minutes to an hour. Every morning from like the ages of 7 or 8 to when I left the house. And then she would do it when she got home. It was a blind rage all the time. It'd be like something's out of place and she'd rage. So in my household, this is hard to talk about. In my household, there was no discipline for anything. But first of all, like, I was a good kid. I'm not perfect, obviously. I had issues, but I mean, like, you never had to worry about where I was. I wasn't drinking, smoking, doing drugs, partying, having sex. Like, I was a dream child to have when it came to that stuff. I was always like focused on college and focused on my career. I was like hyper focused on that stuff. My sister had a wilder side. Like, she would go out and drink, and she would mess around and stuff, but she also was a straight A student, a national top debater. Like, she, you know, she could do both sides, if that makes sense. Except she got in trouble for stealing. Oh, we'll talk about that. Hey, sister, we got a lot to talk about too. Decided to put a bunch of lies out there about me. So, there was no discipline. There was just verbal abuse. And that fucks you up. And then, and when she came home. And there was this crazy thing about whatever happened in her day was my fault. And my sister was smart enough that when my mom came home, she would take off and go be with friends. But like, being 8 years old, you know, that wasn't always, and we lived way out in the county, you know, like way out in the middle of nowhere. That wasn't always feasible for me being 8 years old. So I had to take it, and I believed everything was my fault for many, many years. And getting back on YouTube and dealing with the people like Jewid and the harassers, it could get really confusing, because I would go, am I as evil as they say they are? Or as they think I am? Like, it was a real mind fuck, because it tested what I thought was a strength from what I'd already gone through. It like retested that, if that makes sense, and brought all that to light. Funny enough, a couple months before I got on YouTube, I was working with a therapist, and I kept always having dreams about, I have tornado dreams all the time. Like, I dream in tornadoes. Well, not all the time, but like, they used to be a lot more prevalent, but it's weird. It's like I have these like intuitive tornado dreams where if I have a dream about tornadoes, shit's about to go down in my life. It happens every time. Depending on how many tornadoes, the size of them, the destruction, what happens, do we go airborne, what people are involved, what happens afterward, do people die? Like all of that, I get very paranoid every time I have a tornado dream. I'm like, what's coming? What's coming? Like it's clockwork for me. I'm sure you guys have different weird dreams and stuff like that too. It's almost premonition type. It's weird. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying there's this weird correlation between me and these tornado dreams I have. And I kept having these dreams of like forcefully saving my family at my expense through tornadoes. And I was telling my therapist, and it really was hard, and yet they were mean to me as I'm trying to save them. And then afterward, and I was talking to my therapist about it, and the therapist was saying, you know, I think it sounds to me, I'd opened up about my experiences in my past with my family, and he was like, it sounds like you have a habit of trying to protect the people that hurt you. And I was like, and we talked about it, and I'm like, that's correct. That's correct. And here's why. The dynamic with my mother and my grandmother. My mom would fuck up, and my grandma would come to save the day. My mom would be horrible to us, and here comes my grandma to save the day. The problem is, and as the years have gone on, I appreciate my grandmother's position now. She wasn't trying, like my grandmother was the one that would encourage us to protect my mother at all costs, no matter what she did to us. And now when I look back, I realize it's not that she was like an asshole. She was in this really precarious predicament where she was trying to keep our family together. Does that make sense? So like, she didn't want the abuse to go too far in terms of how people knew and what they knew, because what would happen if we didn't have a mom in a home? Do you know what I'm saying? So she was always, the game was always like, no matter what my mom did, protect our mom, while she would also try to calm everything down. But the problem is that in turn created a pattern for me to protect people that hurt me. I know it sounds crazy, but even if somebody's about to kill me, I'm like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't, please, you know? And that's something that YouTube forced me to have to do. It forced me to do that stand-up part of myself and say, no, I'm done with people hurting me, and I will speak the truth. And it's not so much that I was lying, it was just I wasn't speaking my truth. And getting on YouTube has been a wonderful, incredible exercise in that, and I'm grateful. The problem is, I'm not balanced yet. I'm not. And as much as I feel better and better every day about what's happened, there is still anger and there is still hurt. There is anger that I feel like I had to delete my channel from harassment that people like Peter Mon perpetuated, and his channel gets to skyrocket. You know, on the one hand, a part of me is like, that sucks and it's not fair, but on the other hand, this is my belief. I'm a firm believer in whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen, and B, whatever people want to call karma, right? People will get their just actions in the end, even if you can't see it real time. Some people, you never see their karma simply because, in my opinion, their karma is their life every day, just being a miserable motherfucker, right? I'm a very lucky person that I've seen the karma hit the majority of the people who've screwed me over on YouTube, and it's been nice to see. As much as I don't want people hurting, at the same time, it's like they've got to learn their lesson. You don't hurt people like that. You don't hurt people unjustly, and you don't be a hypocrite about it, you know? So I guess the point of this video is to tell you guys I'm hearing your feedback and I am listening. Because I think right now the channel is still small enough where I've got a good core group of people in the comments where I do trust your guys' opinion. Now at the end of the day, I have to make my own decisions, right? That's always how it is. But don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm taking it in. The other thing to keep in mind that I don't want to harp on it too much is that when I'm filming lately, I'm not feeling well at all. And I think that's also translating as even more anger. And it's not intentional. It's just me trying to get through the videos. If that makes sense. It's just me trying to like grit my teeth and just get through the fucking video because I'm not feeling well. Again, not trying to bitch and complain because like I've said, I'm grateful. I'm grateful it's so much better, but it still sucks. So just, that's another part to keep in mind too. But what I wanted to say is just thank you for the comments. I'm listening, and please be patient with me because it's gonna take time. By the way, I still have more to say on Peter Mon, but I think maybe I should do it differently. Maybe I should, it's hard. I get heated watching him pull his bullshit on people. I get heated. I can't it's hard for me to help. And I love people who say, you're just going after him. Like, people who've said, like, I've heard this one, like Gia would have said this one in the comments. It's funny. I always know when it's his comments because I can tell how he writes. He'll be like, you're just doing to Peter Mont what you did to Onision, and you're trying to just get subs and views off of him, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Onision had millions of subscribers. Millions. Peter has 170,000-ish. If I really wanted to grow the channel and do it that way, I'd be talking to people a whole lot bigger than Peter. With Peter, I'm angry, I have an axe to grind, and he owes people apologies, in my opinion. He shouldn't get away with continuing to do this behavior and try to take other channels out, and he tried to remove my voice completely. That's disgusting behavior, and that shouldn't be tolerated. It shouldn't be celebrated. And my goal isn't to remove him from YouTube by any means, but my goal is to show people who he is until he decides to change. Because isn't that what he tried to do with me? And the thing is, guys, remember, this is what people don't realize when they're like, Joy, you're making too many videos. He made 8 videos on me, plus talked about me. He made live streams dedicated to me and talked about me in length on live streams. I don't think you guys realize how much shit he said and shit happened for me to be angry. You know, I stood up to Based Mama back in the day. It's funny, everybody was divided. Some people believed me, some people didn't. Then Kilroy happened, and it's like, oh, I was right. And I don't want to be like Onision, like, I'm always right, believe me. But it's more like, if I have a pattern of telling y'all something and it's true, like, maybe I think people are starting to give me a little more credit. Again, it's not that I know everything, but it's that when I tell you somebody's a piece of shit and they've done piece of shit actions, I'm not lying. Like, this is what it is. God, it's hard because I say that and I'm like, I cringe a little bit. I'm like, it does sound kind of Onision-ish, but I hope I'm not coming at it like, I know everything, I'm so smart, you know, while being a dick. But I do think I'm going too hard. I do think I might be making too many videos right now. So I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think? Like, do you like the Peter Mont series? Because I could always do it where I just do it a couple times a week, because I haven't even gotten to respond to all his 8 videos. I'm literally just going over the stuff lately, you know? Like, there's still, I'm still gonna break down the live streams. There's another Martin live stream where he's controlling. I'm about to film that. You know, there's still a lot to talk about. But A, I don't want to burn you guys out because I'm still dealing with my emotions. And B, I need to find some balance with this. But I think this is one of those things I think I can't force. I just have to allow to happen. Does that make sense? You know how there's some issues where it's like you can snap your fingers, set your will to it, and you're done. And there's some things where it's just so hard and deep and hurtful, you got to deal with it chunks at a time, or it just is a progression. And I think that's what this is going to be for me on the channel. I think it's going to be more of like a progression of me learning how to be balanced with this again. It's so new to me, I'm not there. I'm really not, and I can fully admit that. But tell me what you guys want to see. I also want to do, like, this is the other thing, I'd love to do more fun videos. It's just, I've been in a really bad flare-up for a while, so I'm not feeling fun to do it, and I don't want to force a smile. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, hi guys! I don't want to, like, oh God, they're going to clip that and gif it. I don't want to I don't want to be forceful on something yet, you know? When I'm feeling good, I do want to do fun videos. I want to do music reviews. There's a lot of stuff that I do want to do. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there and just get your guys' feedback, because I do value it. I do appreciate your guys' feedback, and I look and I watch and I listen. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm being too hard? Am I being too angry? Am I going too hard at Peter? Like, should I just spread out what I'm doing? Because I still intend to talk, but I want to be more balanced with it for my sanity and yours. The other thing I really want to reiterate too is I just want to tell everybody how grateful I am. My numbers are doing really well. I'm gaining subs. I mean, with the Peter stuff, I lost subs for a few days. I knew I would, because there are Peter fans and they don't like what I'm saying, and that's okay. You know, they have a right to walk away. Everybody has a fucking right to walk away, right? But I don't know. I've got the most amazing people that support me. And I see some of you guys, like, constantly. There's a guy named Eric. Hi, Eric! He's always commenting first on my videos. Thank you, sweetheart. I see you, and I talk to him every day in the comments, and I appreciate you, sweetie. I just have this really awesome, loyal group of people that watch me, and a lot of you guys have become friends, and I know with you guys, the advice comes from a kind place. And there's somebody who reached out to me today. I'm going to keep you anonymous because you want to be anonymous. You know who you are. I just want to say thank you and I love you. I'm gonna love your cat and your girlfriend. You know who I'm. By the way, to this person, message me because you're gonna be like, "Is it me?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, doofus, dumbass, it's you." But I just have a really good group of people, really loyal people around me. Y'all have seen so much shit go down with me, and here you are. You're still supportive. You're still supportive, and like, it makes me emotional. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for continuing to stick by me after all this stuff. And one quick thing I want to say. I get this in the comments about 2-3 times a day. Somebody saying, I didn't realize everything that happened. I turned on you before. I was mean. I feel really bad and I'm really sorry. I want everybody to know unless I knew you really well, it's water under the bridge and forgiven. Because the problem was I wasn't speaking up. How could you guys have known what was going on when I wasn't speaking up? I just had this mindset that I had to rise above it, and to speak up meant I was hurting people and I didn't want to hurt anybody, even if they're hurting me, you know? How could you guys have known? So I always appreciate when I see those comments, but just know it's all forgiven because you couldn't have known. It was a big learning lesson and it still is. You know, it's like I want to be able to stand up and use my voice and stand up for myself, but when does it become too much? When is it too angry? When is it overbearing? You know, when is it... I know also that angry side of me gets arrogant, and I'm sure that comes out in my videos, and it's not intentional, but it's there. It's something I work on, you know? So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Like, if you mind, let me know in the comments, and I will be in the comments responding. But yeah, self-reflection time. And tell me what kind of content you would like to see, because I'm open to all different types of stuff. I'm just been kind of venting my frustration about things I'm seeing right now. Let me know. And yeah, I'm thinking about doing some music reviews. I'm thinking about doing some health stuff, not for me, but like, you know, just other different health things I see that are interesting. It's hard because on YouTube, I miss doing politics. You can't. Like, it's weird. I hate politics, but I love bitching about it because I think politics is silly, if that makes sense. You can't really do much political stuff on YouTube anymore. It's highly frustrating. Like, it's almost like anything political is immediately demonetized. I've got to be really careful, like, with what I say, what I write, how I word things to not be demonetized. YouTube it's just, the AIs are crazy sensitive to everything. And even sometimes there's stuff like it's, you know, puppies and kittens and it's demonetized. Crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. But anyways, I just wanted to put all this out there, and just, yeah, thank you for listening and watching. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback. I'll be having another introspective video come up. I don't know if it's before or after this, but I'm going to do one about, am I a narcissist? And kind of getting real with and admitting certain narcissistic traits that I think I have, because I think all of us can have specific traits of something and not fully blown be that, if that makes sense. So more self-reflection is coming. Because I'd rather not force videos and just stop and be honest with everybody when I feel I need to. But then if you're too honest, people will take advantage, or at least that's what happened last time. But maybe what happened last time won't happen again. I'm just so paranoid. Like, I'm so paranoid about it, you know? Paranoid in the sense of, like, of what if my channel blows up again and people get crazy, or the mass turns like it did. But I think it's different now, because everything that can be said about me has been said, unless people just blatantly make stuff up, you know? And I think people now just are so quick to not believe anything because things have been proven to be lies. So, yeah. And I also have some other video series I'm working on in the background. I'm not releasing yet, but I think you guys will enjoy them. There's some really funny stuff coming up. And I think that's all right now. Yeah. All right, guys, I love you. Take care of yourselves, and continue to be blessings to yourselves and blessings to others. Continue to try to find the joy and the sparkles and all the bullshit in the world. If you like this, please leave a comment. Like you guys know, I answer comments within the first 2 or 3 hours that these videos are posted, so the quicker you leave one, the quicker I'm probably going to respond. Please like the video. That's always appreciated. It always helps me in the algorithm, every like. It's funny, even the people that dislike me, you're helping me in the algorithm, and thank you. And please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, I hate saying this, but a lot of you guys are getting notifications. I get this every single day. 2 or 3 times a day, people email me or let me know. So I post videos every day between 1 and 2 p.m. If I don't, something has happened or damn it, it stopped recording exactly at the very end. That was irritating. What I was trying to say was, I post comments at the very, or not post comments, what was I saying? Oh my god, now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I don't know what got cut off. So people post comments about not getting notifications. So I post for between 1 to 2 p.m. Central every single day, at least 2 videos. So if you ever miss a notification, you can always go to my page. On the weekends, it varies. I might do something like at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. around those times. Sometimes I post a third if I'm feeling saucy or something interests me, but if you don't see videos, it means something has happened like last time, or I'm sick. And I just can't. There's nothing I can do. In that case, I have videos stored up ready to go, like vlog type videos. This is not one of those days. This is just something I wanted to talk about and get off my chest, but yeah. Love to hear what you guys think. So thank you guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much for the love and support, and I love you guys and support you right back, and I just wish the best for everybody. Okay, take care guys, and thank you for being here, and thank you for expressing yourselves. I am taking it in. Just be patient with me. I'm getting there. Mwah. Goodbye.